10 grade 4 learners in South Africa struggle to read for understanding. How alarming is the situation, and what does it mean for the future of these children?
So it's really a big concern because when we look at it, the foundation of success in life is based on reading and understanding. So when we look at it, once the children cannot read, whether it's in the international language or their mother tongue, there are so many limitations towards their life, whether they want to study, whether they want to do entrepreneurship, or even just to converse and be a problem solvers within their own communities. So it really is a crisis that our children cannot read. And the fact that we were last out of 43 countries, the last time there was a study or a ranking.
What are the main factors driving these low literacy levels, and how do poverty and inequality play a role?
So poverty and inequality are deeply linked to poor education outcomes and unemployment. Because when you look at it, then the cycle of poverty is not broken. When you look at it, all the disadvantaged communities which are poorly resourced, the metric results will be so dismal that the children cannot continue, whether academically or self-employment. So when we look at it, the basis of everything will always be being able to read and understand. Whether whichever subject you want to pursue, you have to be able to read the question and answer it accordingly.
As Save the Children,
And so
you've. Go on.
when we look at it, there's more to it than just saying our children cannot read. It goes further to our teachers also. Are they trained to teach the children how to read? Because when we look at it, ECD, if the children are not given pre-reading skills in at foundation phase, it means they are going to sail through their academic life without having those basic skills. So it's more than just looking at my child cannot read. At their home, is the environment conducive? Are there books available? And so there are many factors why we would say our children cannot read, because we do understand that we have to teach our children in their mother tongue. Do we have enough teachers to do that? Do we know how to do the syllabus in mother tongue? So overcrowding in classrooms is also another thing, because teacher people ratio is very important, because once it's overcrowded, you cannot give enough attention to each child.
There are
Oh,
reading
sorry.
camps that have reached thousands of children that are run by Save the Children. Can you tell us how these camps work and how you've seen the impact they've had so far?
So, as Save the Children, we run reading camps across the country. What we basically do is we have volunteers. So, since 2014, we train volunteers, and the volunteers then go into the schools and communities, and they put groups of children together, and they have these reading sessions with the children. So, when we look at it, it creates a culture of reading. They also go a step further and train communities, parents, caregivers, to say, how do you play with children reading games like Scrabbles? And also we also go into ECT centers to say to teachers, how do we teach reading? So what we basically do is we create communities of practice, and the practitioners will share their best practice on how to teach reading and literacy. And as Save the Children, we are very blessed in that we belong to the international, and they've created courses, literacy boost, numeracy boost. So we do take the practitioners through those courses, and it gives them, the foundation or the roadmap to say this is the recipe of how to teach children. You start from ABC. You start with the maybe you can start with the phonics, and then the children can start reading one word, and then the children can make a sentence, and then the children can now write a story. So there are different methodologies. Then we will teach them, how do you teach comprehension, reading for understanding, so that by the end of it, the children are able to read and answer maybe 5 questions in full by asking open-ended questions.
You're calling on corporates to come forward and support Save the Children. In what ways can businesses make a tangible difference, and what is mostly needed?
So when we look at it, we need to strengthen mother tongue instruction. We need to improve teacher training. We need to increase home literacy, community involvement, policy reform. And we also need to leverage on technology. So our call to corporates is to say, for Save the Children to do this, we have the technical expertise, but we don't have the money to mobilize the resources. So we are saying, corporates, can you come? Because alone we can't do this. Communities, can we come so that we can equip our parents and caregivers and educators with the vital resources? And we are saying, once we have done that, we will be able to help break the cycle of poverty.
And those businesses can just go to the Save the Children website to connect.
Yes, so we have an email address on our website, and once they make a connection, they will be referred to the correct department.
Gertrude, thanks so much again for your time, and we appreciate all you do at Save the Children.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Gertrude Mabeza is Education Thematic Lead at Save the Children South Africa, shedding light on the country's alarming figures when it comes to literacy and the crisis we're facing there. This is as we commemorate National Book Week and we mark International Literacy Day today. Let's get our news headlines from Onele Nzinzi now, 7:31 Central African Time it is.